This is how to crochet the lemon peel stitch. It's a super beginner friendly stitch. All you need to know is how to make a single crochet, a half double crochet, and a double crochet. To start, we need an odd number of chains. So I'm going to work with 25 chains, but you can work with whatever number you want to. This is also going to be a pot holder tutorial at the end. So if you want to follow along for that, I would recommend working with 25 chains. I am also using a 4mm hook and some lightweight cotton yarn, but for now we're just going to focus on the beginning chain. Once we get done with the 25th chain, we are going to actually work into the back loop or the back bump of our chain. So we're going to rotate it forward, and then we're going to identify the second bump in the back, and that's where we're going to add our first single crochet. Then I'm going to focus on keeping my back bumps facing up to make it a little bit easier to work into, and then I'm going to put a double crochet into the next stitch. I'm going to continue alternating single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, and so forth all the way until the end, except for the very last stitch. That one is going to be a half double crochet. If you are only here for the instructions part, this is it. There's no more to the lemon peel stitch. If you want to go ahead and move on to the next video, you can, but you're also very welcome to stick around and crochet the rest of the row with me. But as always, if you enjoy these kind of close-up stitch tutorials, please be sure to like and follow. It really helps get my content out to more people like you. And if you'd like to share it with your friends, that would really help me out as well, because then I can make sure it gets out to people like you who enjoy this kind of content and make it worth it. Because I have noticed that the comment section of my videos has been so kind. There was a time where I was a little standoffish when it came to reading the comments, but I've been reading all of them, and I just want to say thank you. It makes it really pleasant and gets me excited to make more content or make more tutorials when I know that they're received so well. Once we get to the end of our chain, we are going to add a single crochet into the second to last stitch and then a half double crochet into the last stitch. And that is because in my experience, a half double crochet will give me straighter edges than a double crochet. Often the double crochet will stretch for some reason. I haven't figured out the science behind it yet, but putting a half double crochet gives me perfectly straight edges where I would always get a little bit of a wavy wonkiness. So that's why we're doing that. And then also I see a lot of people asking about the curl or the coil, and I just want to show you. So I stretched mine out because it's instinct for me now to just stretch out my foundation row. And if I were to leave it natural, if you will, it would curl like this. It's totally normal. It happens for pretty much every project. If it bothers you, you can always go up a hook size, but you should be able to either straighten it out or add a couple of rows and then it'll straighten out itself. I hope you enjoyed this video and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye! For row 2, we are going to chain 1 and then we're going to turn our work and we're going to add a single crochet into the very first stitch right here at the base of the chain. Then we're going to add a double crochet into the next and continue alternating single crochet and double crochet all the way until the end. Now, the very last stitch again is going to be a half double crochet, but because we're working it into the top of a single crochet, you do not have to worry about working it into the top of a turning chain. For the lemon peel stitch, it doesn't really matter if you alternate double crochet then single crochet or single crochet then double crochet. I personally prefer to start my rows with single crochet because then I only have to worry about one chain for my turning chain and I don't have to go back and work into the top of that turning chain. So technically you can even start your beginning chain with an even number, but if you started with an odd number and then always start with a single crochet, you will always end with a half double crochet and you will never have to worry about the top of that turning chain. And if you've watched my other videos, you know that I try to avoid that top turning chain as much as I can. But that's it for the verbal instructions. You're very welcome to still crochet along with me, but if not, I hope to see you in the next video where I'll show you how to add a single crochet border and the little loop part. But other than that, stay safe. If you enjoy these kind of close-up stitch tutorials, be sure to like and follow. Consider sharing this with your friends and make sure you save it for later. I try to post as frequently as I can. Actually, I think I'm posting every day again. So there we go. The key of the lemon peel stitch to get straight edges is to make sure that every single crochet goes on top of a double crochet and every double crochet goes on top of a single crochet, and that accounts for the height difference between the two stitches. Now I have done another video tutorial on alternating the single crochet and the half double crochet because that was my favorite stitch. It still is. It's not my go-to as much anymore, but I've decided, because it's been a year and a half, I think, and I still haven't been able to find the name. So the other stitch I'm going to call the orange peel because it's a little bit wider, it feels like, because the half double crochet isn't as tall. So if somebody else wants to name it something else, then it'll just have multiple names. But here's the end of the second row. I'm going to add a half double crochet into the very last stitch. And then to make it into a square, we're going to work it for a total of 20 rows. And then at the end of the 20 rows, I'll show you how to turn it into a pretty little pot holder. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next part.